Laura Silva Quesada here with another Ask Laura video. Now, again, we have so many wonderful questions, and some of the questions, although they may seem like really basic, are the most profound. One of the questions I have here that I thought when I read it, like, wow, really? You know, it's like, how do I get into alpha level? I'm thinking, gee, everything we do in the Silva method is about how to get into the alpha level, or requires you to be in the alpha level, or even slower frequencies of brain, like the theta, for example. And I think that's been a question that so many Silva practitioners and graduates or students have. It's as if it's so easy to get to alpha that it's unbelievable to a lot of people. Most of the time I tell people, just close your eyes, take a deep breath, and relax your body. And that's all it takes, basically, to be at alpha. Just stay there for a little while so that you can get to know the feeling. When you practice the techniques that we teach in the Silva method, we use certain things that are going to secure that you are at alpha. And these are trigger mechanisms and points of reference. Now, when you practice the meditations like the centering exercise, we ask you to take a deep breath, and as you exhale, to remember, recall, or visualize the number 3 times. Now, number 3, we make to become a trigger mechanism for physical relaxation. And that's why we take you through a very extensive part by part body relaxation, starting with the scalp and then going to the forehead and the eyes and the face and the throat and the arms and shoulders, arms and hands, the chest, abdomen, all the way down to the toes. And we say some very detailed description of relaxation, like concentrate your sense of awareness on your scalp, the skin that covers your head. You will feel a fine vibration, a tingling sensation, a feeling of warmth caused by circulation. All that is meant for you to really focus on one part of your body, the scalp. Because it's a lot easier to relax one part of the body than the whole body at one time. And as you begin to focus and relax that part by releasing and letting go of tensions and pressures along the way, you come to a state where you have very deep physical relaxation. Now, that practice takes about 10 minutes. When you have your eyes closed for 10 minutes, and you're breathing deeply, slowly, and rhythmically, and your muscles are all very relaxed, I can tell you for a fact, you are, if not at alpha, you've gone all the way down to theta. Now, the number 3 becomes a trigger mechanism for physical relaxation. Then we ask you to take another deep breath and repeat the number 2 several times. And we guide you through tranquil and passive scenes to relax your mind. Because the 2 things that are going to help you to get to alpha really fast, and you can get to alpha, mind you, from 1 second to the next, okay? It doesn't take 10, 15, 20, or 30 minutes. You can do it from 1 second to the next once you have your trigger mechanisms in place and once you have your points of reference in place. So number 2 becomes a trigger mechanism for relaxing your mind. With a relaxed body and a relaxed mind, you will be at alpha. And we take it a step further. We say take another deep breath and exhale and repeat and recall or remember the number 1 3 times to find you at your very center. That is the place we call the basic plane level, where it's now time to work. Do whatever you're going to do when you're in your meditation. You can relax, you can repeat affirmations, you can do imagery, you can use a formula type technique, whatever you want. You are free to do whatever you want once you're in that internal space. But mind you, once you've got your trigger mechanisms of physical relaxation for number 3, mental relaxation for number 2, and your basic plane level, like your starting point for number 1, then establish your points of reference. Your points of reference are markers that allow you to recreate an experience anytime you want to in the future. So when you are physically relaxed, after you relax your body part by part at number 3, take a few moments to mark it. and say, this is how physical relaxation feels. How awesome is that? My muscles are so relaxed. My breathing is deep, slow, and rhythmic. I feel so great. And after you relax your mind at number 2, then take a few moments to establish your markers for mental relaxation. As you think of tranquil and passive scenes, you go, God, it feels so good to be tranquil and passive. Maybe my imagination, I'm sitting by a brook and I hear water falling, and maybe I see little animals or lizards running through the leaves, or whatever it might be, and it's really tranquil and passive for me. So I think, wow, this is really great. What a nice feeling. Mark it. That becomes a point of reference, okay? So your trigger mechanisms and your points of reference will secure, without a doubt, that you are at alpha. When you close your eyes, you take a deep breath and relax. So I hope this helps. And remember, alpha is a very, very easy frequency to reach. It's called a wakeful, relaxed feeling, but with your eyes closed, all right? So enjoy.